The Russia-Ukraine conflict has completely changed the rules of modern warfare. Who would have thought that what determines victory or defeat on the battlefield is no longer just tanks and fighter jets, but those seemingly insignificant small drones? Let's go back to February 2022. Russian forces advanced rapidly from multiple directions, with armored formations closing in on Kyiv. At that time, Ukraine was in an extremely dangerous situation. Its air force was far smaller than its opponents, it lacked heavy equipment, and it did not have air superiority. Facing the mechanized forces of a global military power, Ukraine had almost no chance of direct confrontation. By traditional logic, this war might have ended very quickly, but Ukraine chose a completely different path. Unable to compete in numbers and firepower, it turned to cost efficiency. Thus, a brand new tactic emerged: drone warfare. At first, Ukraine did not have many drones. The most famous was the TB2 combat drone, purchased from Turkey. Far cheaper than fighter jets, it could still strike ground targets with precision. In the early stages of the war, the TB2 successfully destroyed Russian air defense systems, tanks, and supply convoys on multiple occasions. Videos of these strikes spread worldwide, and were even turned into songs by Ukrainian citizens. But what truly changed the tide of the war was not these expensive military drones, but another, even cheaper type: civilian drones. That's right, the kind of quadcopter you use to shoot videos. Ukrainian soldiers strapped bombs to them and flew them directly over Russian tanks to drop ordnance. Costing just a few $100s, they could destroy armored vehicles worth millions. This tactic caught Russian forces off guard. Small, slow, and numerous, they are hard for radar to detect. Even if shot down, the loss is negligible. Ukraine soon established specialized drone units, backed by the government. It launched the famous Drone Army project. Tech companies, volunteers, and engineers all joined in. Ordinary people crowdfunded drones, engineers modified them, programmers developed control systems. For the first time, war became a national tech war. As the war dragged on, Ukraine realized a critical problem: relying on imports was not enough. Supply was unstable, and quantities could not keep up with consumption. So it began domestic production. It was not easy. There were shortages of funding, parts, and production lines. Many factories even had to go underground to avoid missile strikes. Yet in just 2 years, Ukraine's drone production exploded. From initial dependence on imports, it later produced hundreds of thousands per year. These drones could not only conduct reconnaissance, but also carry out long-range strikes. Some even penetrated hundreds of kilometers into Russian territory. Drones were no longer just tactical weapons, they became strategic weapons. One iconic moment stood out: a low-cost drone successfully destroyed an air defense system worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The incident shocked the world. It meant that in future wars, the more expensive side does not always win. Cheap weapons can also be deadly. Russia, of course, quickly adjusted its tactics. It strengthened electronic jamming, deployed numerous anti-drone systems, and began using drones on a massive scale for counterattacks. The battlefield gradually turned into a drone versus drone war. The sky was no longer filled only with fighter jets, but swarms of small aircraft hunting each other. This is an entirely new form of warfare. The conflict has also sent a warning to countries around the world. The United States has accelerated drone development, China has strengthened its drone systems, and Europe, Japan, and Turkey have all followed suit. Everyone now understands one thing: on future battlefields, drones may no longer be supporting assets, they will be the main protagonists. Some military experts have even stated directly, future wars will not be fought with more tanks, but with more drones. And what's more alarming, those operating drones may not be professional soldiers, but ordinary people. With a computer and a controller, they can change the course of a battle. The threshold for war is being completely lowered. The Russia-Ukraine conflict is not over, but one thing is certain: drones have permanently changed the rules of war. Wars of the future may no longer feature scenes of tank charges. Instead, countless drones will hover in the sky. War is entering a brand new era.